trap.
Hey guys, welcome back to The Poor Investor. So today we're gonna go over a quick video in regards to Akash and what the hell is it, why we're talking about it, how does it relate to Chia, and why is it relevant right now for cloud plotting. That's right, guys, that's what we're gonna be talking about. But before we continue with that, we're gonna go pick our current XCH winner. This will be my third one, and I have already given out two winners their XCHs already. So right now, yesterday's video, Chia IPO delayed. We're gonna go to my TubeBuddy, and then we're gonna pick a winner, get this person their XCHs. It would be a miracle if I got picked. Never won any giveaways. And he has his address there. You got your XCH coming to you. You don't even have to reach out to me on the Discord because you posted your wallet address. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. So today we're gonna be talking about Chia plotting on Akash. And what is Akash? Well, Akash was created by Greg Osuri. And you're asking me, who is this person? This person was actually the creator of Angel Hack. And then you're gonna ask me, what the hell is Angel Hack? Well, Angel Hack actually hosted a lot of hackathons. They had about 200,000 developers going at it and trying to win prizes and do all these like tech-driven hacking things, trying to penetrate and build software and all these other awesome stuff that what we have today. He worked for IBM. He has 25 years experience. I know I'm going through his whole bio. He actually was one of the first to be a part of the first blockchain law that was passed in California. How crazy is that? He does have a reputation in this industry, which is the crypto industry. Now, I personally don't know him. I didn't know of him until I started researching on Akash. What are we talking about and why we're talking about this? So this was Angel Hack and Akash current token price. Before we continue on with the article or the video, Akash token network token price is 95 cents. Was around since November of 2020. And the all-time high for this token was around $7.04. It has since come back down to 95 cents. Now, that doesn't have a great track record, but let's continue on and see what's there to offer, right? So here's Chia's current price at $55. Not too bad. I say not too bad, but it is, I mean, it's up. It went back up within the day because it dipped as low as 51. All right, guys, that's why I said not too bad. It's up. I saw that 2.9%. So this is Overclock Labs. So this current Overclock Labs, I believe, oversees Akash. They have a total funding of 1.3 million. Employee profile, there's only 2 employees. I think they added a third one from the video that I saw. Not too big of a group, but you know, let's continue on and see what's going on with this. JM Storage from Chia was a part of this, and what were they talking about? And I'm gonna go through and find details because I watched the entire 49 minutes and 48 seconds to give you a summary. If you choose not to watch it, then you know what this video is about. Now, if you do choose to watch it, then be prepared to sit there for 49 minutes plus. All right, guys, 6 minutes and 39 seconds.
The $10,000, AMP miner, you can just buy a hard drive, which everybody has, or underutilized storage space that they have laying around on their hard drive. So it's very inclusive, and people can just hop in and join the network.
Point of entry getting into Chia supposedly is a lot cheaper. So his reference to a, obviously a bit miner is a lot more expensive. That's why that comment was made at $639. So pretty much the entry getting into Chia, he's saying here that it's a lot cheaper to get into buying hard drives for Chia than it is to get into mining Bitcoin and buying a bit miner that costs thousands of dollars. Okay, so that was the point that he was giving here. Now the next point.
And so the increased container limits that have been introduced now on the mainnet that is now live is 256 CPUs, 512 gigabytes of memory, and 32 terabytes of storage. So what that means is now for Chia users who have tried plotting on Akash already with Mad Max, which is for many Chia users, they know is hard drive based. We're now ready to support BladeBit plot.
So now, because the extra resources that they're allowing on Akash, you can actually start plotting to BladeBit and not just Mad Max. So it's actually faster, which they already demonstrated in the end of this video. They went through it and they actually gave a great time on how much they can produce. Now you're plotting to the cloud right now. This is what Akash is.
On Akash from about 60 minutes down to less than 10 minutes. that really allows, again, anyone.
So they're averaging, what they're saying with the max plot is around 10 minutes for plotting it on the cloud, but then you also have to find a way to actually download this particular plot. Now, if you have like 3, 4, 8, 6, 10, whatever terabytes, you would have to account for downloading that many plots onto your drives after you finish plotting it on Akash.
Do proof of work on the Chia network. One of the hardest barriers to entry for them has been plot creation. So
I wanted to point this one out particular. I know I timelined it, but what he said was proof of work was basically plotting. He referenced that as plotting is proof of work. In a sense, it is plotting. It is a proof of work. You're using computer resources, threads, memory, and hard drive to do all this work. So there is some energy consumption when you're plotting. So he was not wrong to say proof of work at that moment. But when you're farming, yes, it does take a different approach because it's obviously proof of space and time.
Today, was going to show you the demo of BladeBit plot being created. And also, while that's being created, we can talk about persistent storage a bit more.
Akash is the world's first D-Web platform to support plot creation on its network. I was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about what that means and why you're excited about working closer with Chia.
Yeah, so one of the problems that we really solve for the Chia community, again, is this barrier to entry of plot creation. Before Akash, basically, if a user wanted to create Chia plots, they would have to go and contract with a service to do that, or they would have to go and actually build very expensive, very specific hardware to do that one thing of plotting. And so why the partnership between Akash and Chia is because we lower that barrier to entry for new users to come onto the Chia network and create their first plots.
So there you have it, guys. That's basically what Akash is trying to accomplish, is that they're building this infrastructure on the cloud so you can plot without having to build plotting machines. And as soon as you get the plots, you bring it back down to your hard drives and you start farming. That's where the lower cost of energy is used. Usually when you're plotting, you're using a lot more energy, you're using a lot more resources, and you need the equipment to actually do it. So basically what they're planning to do here, they call themselves the Airbnb of cloud computing, is basically you use them for a one-stop shop. Whether you farm on it or plot on it, everything is there and it's accessible for plotting with Chia. So let me go over to the next point that I want to make, which is at 17 minutes.
You're basically securing the network, this whole idea of like supporting a decentralized cryptocurrency.
I can vouch for farming is fun. I grew up in Wisconsin and my family's all farmers.
That comment was more like, why people are still farming, because it's a hobby, it's an activity, it's fun. Let me go over to 3219.
The thing is, if you're trying to get a friend into Chia, you can basically find their farmer key and contract address, and you can make some plots for a friend. And you can just send them the link and then they can just download them. So that'll be another cool little use case where if somebody wants to basically send a couple plots to a friend or something.
So at this point on this comment, and it was pretty short, and he basically explained what the advantages or alternative is for using Akash is if you have the keys and you could plot for your friend, you could just send them a link and they can just download it. Now you don't actually have to physically, it's basically a bridge, right? You don't actually have to like, hey, give me your hard drive, let me help you plot it, and then I'll find a way to give it back to you physically. Well, with Akash, you can do it all online and then you can download it as soon as it's done. You don't actually have to meet up with anyone to grab the physical hard drive. That's pretty much what that statement was about. So let's go to 34 and I'll give you my summaries.
That will be supporting multi-gigabit. So again, in terms of scalability here, the fastest plot we have been able to generate with BladeBit and our new container limits is plot in about 4 minutes and in change.
Pretty impressive, right? 4 minutes and change. So they can create a plot with BladeBit. They have enough resources on the machines to actually do all that. 4 minutes a plot. And I'm going to go over really quickly how much they were charging per plot. Now, per plot, it's 20 cents. I know, it's 20 cents. So how much is a terabyte? They said it's going to average out about 185 per terabyte. And I don't know how much they would discount it if you would buy like major bulks. Now, I'm not just talking about 1 terabyte. I'm talking about petabytes. What kind of discounts you get with that, right? Maybe, because I'm practically advertising this Akash for them, that I get some incentives of, well, plot me some 8 terabyte or 16 terabyte drives. I want to test it out. Let me talk about it on my channel and let me tell you guys how I really feel about it. Watching it, as a test and all that, that's fine. But I really really want to see as a real use case, you know, me plotting online for 4 minutes, which is awesome, for 20 cents. That's pretty awesome. And then I want to see how realistic when I start downloading 100 gig files from the internet. You know what I mean? So I need to really see how that actually will work out for me, because in the beginning of this video, they were talking about like JM talking about having like 10 gigabyte downloads and upload speeds. That's 10 gigs. I don't have that. I have 300 down and like 30, 40 megs up, which is not that much. So, I mean, I know if we're downloading plots, 300 megs, I'm not even sure how long 100 gigs would take me. It'll take me a few hours, I think, at minimum. So I wanted to see how that actually works out for me. If Akash is willing to work with me and hook me up and have me test it, and you know, I can definitely give my recommendation and my testing on this as well, opposed to some isolated lab. I'm talking about a real farmer at this point, right? That's pretty much where we are with this, and this is a quick update because this was just released a few hours ago. I did watch the entire thing, and it was pretty interesting to plot on the cloud that fast, and then having, I think at this point, what they're trying to achieve, at least in my opinion with Chia, is that they're trying to make this as easy as possible to get more farmers on. And if you don't have the resources to plot, at least get the hard drives to contain the plots, and the hard part can be done through Akash at 20 cents per plot. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Winner of this XCH, Isaac Isa. I will be sending you your XCHs. Thank you for playing. Guys, remember this video, start commenting, liking, I'll subscribe as well, because I'm still giving away XCHs, and I'll see you guys again really soon.